Air pollution is one of the biggest threats for the environment, and it affects everyone: human, animals, crops, cities, forests, aquatic systems, and etc. Air pollution is a mixture of solid particles and gases in the air. Car emissions, chemicals from factories, dust, pollen, and mold spores may be suspended as particles. Ozone, a gas, is a major part of air pollution in cities. When ozone forms air pollution, it's also called smog. Some air pollutants are poisonous. Inhaling them can increase the chance you'll have health problems. People with heart or lung disease, older adults, and children are at greater risk from air pollution. Air pollution isn't just outside. The air inside buildings can also be polluted and affect your health. Most air pollution comes from energy use and production. Burning fossil fuels releases gases and chemicals into the air. Air pollution not only contributes to climate change, but it is also exacerbated by it. Air pollution in the form of carbon dioxide and methane raises the Earth's temperature. Another type of air pollution is then worsened by that increased heat. Smog forms when the weather is warmer and there is more ultraviolet radiation. Climate change also increases the production of allergenic air pollutants, including mold and pollen. Smog and soot are the most prevalent types of air pollution. Smog, or ground-level ozone, as it is more winterly cold, occurs when emissions from combusting fossil fuels react with sunlight. Soot, or particulate matter, is made up of tiny particles of chemicals, soil, smoke, dust, or allergens in the form of gas or solids that are carried in the air. Smog can irritate the eyes and throat and also damage the lungs, especially if people who work or exercise outside, children and senior citizens. It's even worse for people who have asthma or allergies. These extra pollutants only intensify their symptoms and can trigger asthma attacks. Climate change is the defining issue of our time, and we are at a defining moment. From shifting weather patterns that threaten food production to rising sea levels that increase the risk of catastrophic flooding, the impacts of climate change are global in scope and unprecedented in scale. Without drastic action today, adapting to these impacts in the future will be more difficult and costly. More frequent and intense drought, storms, heat waves, rising sea levels, melting glaciers, and warming oceans can directly harm animals, destroy the places they live, and wreak havoc on people's livelihoods and communities. As climate change worsens, dangerous weather events are becoming more frequent or severe. Impacts from climate change are happening now. These impacts extend well beyond an increase in temperature, affecting ecosystems and communities in the things that we depend upon and value: water, energy, transportation, wildlife, agriculture, ecosystems, and human health are experiencing the effects of changing climate. Human health is vulnerable to climate change. The changing environment is expected to cause more heat stress, an increase in waterborne diseases, poor air quality, and diseases transmitted by insects and rodents. Extreme weather events can compound many of these health threats. Ecosystems are also affected by climate change. Habitats are being modified. The timing of events such as flowering and egg laying are shifting, and species are altering their home ranges. Changes are also occurring to the ocean. The ocean absorbs about 30% of the carbon dioxide that is released into the atmosphere from the burning of fossil fuels. As a result, the ocean is becoming more acidic, affecting marine life. Rising sea levels due to thermal expansion and melting land ice sheets and glaciers put coastal areas at greater risk of erosion and storm surge. Changes to water resources can have a big impact on people's lives. In some regions, particularly in the western United States, drought is an important factor affecting communities. Less snow accumulation in the mountains is important in the West and Alaska, where the snowpack stores water for later use. In the Midwest and northeastern states, the frequency of heavy downpours has increased. In many regions, floods and water quality problems are likely to be worse because of climate change.